Hi. Goodbye. Not quite sure what this one is. The title may have been a bit clickbaity, but as it's the end of 2024, as I film this, it is currently just getting a time check for you, 1:45 in the afternoon on the 31st of December 2024, and I'm hoping you will see this literally a few hours after I have filmed it, because I want to try and get it up by about 3-4 o'clock today. Apologies if the title of the video is a little bit of clickbait, but at the moment I need to get traffic back to my channel. It's done a little bit on purpose, but let's start. I do have a Roxy with me today. She's being very clingy the last couple of weeks. I think there's been a lot of change with myself home, the Griffin home, out of routine, the Christmas tree. Yeah, because Santa came. What did Santa bring you? He brought you a new cat tower, didn't he? Yeah, you love your new cat tower. And treats, of course. But back in 2023, I came back to YouTube having been away for a significant period. Obviously having been ill. And I wanted 2024 to feel much more like I was back, like I was in a routine, like I was with you, like I was back to where I was. I had a lot of mental shifts throughout 2024, between, and I can't even remember when I shaved my head to a grade 1, but I was very much, yeah, this is the new me, I love it, and I loved having a shaved head. It was the best. And then mid-year, my van that I've been driving and starting my car chaos vlogs in, started to get very worse for wear. It needed work. I was still, having been sick, recovering money that I had spare to do things like do up the car, or, you know, when those things go wrong at home that you have the money to do emergency things. And I didn't have it. So when I had the van MOT'd and serviced, I asked the garage, how much is this going to cost me to get it another year? If I can get it to the end of 2025, so another year and a bit, that would be great. And I had all this financial plan of what I was going to do, how it was going to work out. And as you know, the best laid plans of mice and men get screwed by the government every time. And the cost of living crisis happened. And things became more expensive. And I haven't been able to pay off what I wanted to pay off. Mitzi got sick. So I got to kind of mid-year knowing my van probably wouldn't make it through another winter. And if we'd had a winter so far, like we'd had 23 to 24, with the -10, my van would not have made it. It was struggling already. So end of July, beginning of August, I seriously decided that before the new number plates come out, now is the time for me to go and get a second-hand car, because when the new number plates come out, the prices go up and everybody's looking for a new car and it gets very busy, and I couldn't deal with it. So kind of late July, August and late February are the times in the UK to get a new car if you're going second-hand, before the mad rush starts of all the ones having just come back from one owner, you know, 3-year leases, whatever. And I set my mind to it, and with a bit of help and with a very good friend supporting me at work and a lot of, you know, nights thinking about money, how it was going to work, I got my new car, which I love. My new electric car. It's 3 years old. It's the best. We have done a DJ gig in it. My wheelchair fits in it. My walker fits in it. I don't have to worry about anymore, is it big enough? It's big enough. So round about the same time, I kind of had this feeling of, I don't want to be that ill disabled person anymore. I feel great. And I just started to enjoy my life again. So kind of probably June to the end of August, that 3-month period, was a bit of shift in me enjoying my life as well as looking after my health. I was going out, I was doing more with the bestie, you know, all these different bits that were, at the time, I didn't realise taking my energy. So, what are you after? You just want mum. I think I pushed too hard. I had eyes bigger than my belly, to coin a phrase, and I wanted too much. I wanted to suddenly wake up and be able to walk more, be able to push myself more, be able to feel normal again. And I know in previous videos I said I accepted the wheelchair, and I do, believe me, I do. And I fully accept it. But I wanted to not have to 100% of my time rely on it. And there were a lot of factors behind that. It wasn't just my mindset. It was the Griffin's not getting any younger. At the time, he was having to lift my wheelchair in and out of the car every time we went somewhere on his own. And I wanted to be able to help. I wanted to be able to go, do you know what? I'm going to get my hair cut in town. I don't need my chair. I can park there. I can walk there. That's fine. And I wanted to do 2 YouTubes a week. And for a while, it wasn't too much. But then that shift happened in brain pattern and what I wanted to do, where I wanted to be. And I put too much on myself. And I see it now, I didn't see it then. I then had a couple of complicated weeks at work, let's put it that way, which in some ways improved, in some ways didn't. I run a team, I've been running them for over a year now. But there's a lot to that, you know, I have to do. That is over and above just my job. You know, there's looking after them, there's their training, their development, there's all these things that I thought other people would help me with. And they haven't, they've just kind of left me to it, which is fine because I'm very, I've got this kind of girl. But I think I took on too much, work-wise, in a very short space of time, which is now evened out. It's not a problem so much now. I did a lot more on call. I mean, I've been off Christmas since my last day in work was the 19th of December, and I wasn't due back till the 2nd of January. And the only things I had booked in during that time was seeing my best mate, catching up with an old friend, hopefully seeing another friend, and Christmas with the Griffin's kids and my parents. It's now the 31st of December, and this is the first day I've sat still for more than 20 minutes. I've had a lie-in where I've not gotten up. Incorrect. The 20th of December, I didn't get out of bed till 4 o'clock because I was so shattered. I'd come off on call. I'd done a week on call, a week off, a week on call to cover somebody else. I then did 2 weeks off and was back on call again for my regular week. So in the space of 6 weeks, rather than having done one lot of on-call, which is where I should be, I'd actually done 3. And on-call is not a burden, it's not a problem, it's doing my day-to-day job, but for 1 week, 24 by 7. However, the last 3 weeks have been the most horrendous of problems, things going wrong, people working long hours, and if the guys are working, I'm working. I've probably did more hours. I think I did literally an extra week of work in December with my on-call hours. So that could be any time till 2 in the morning. I may not get a call at all. I may have to work part Saturday, Sunday. We had a DJ gig whilst I was on call. So on that last day, on the Friday, I had the day off and I just collapsed. The Griffin was off sick from work as well. He just let me sleep. And I went out in the evening with some friends for a meal from work. And I thought, that's it. That's cool. I can now chill out and things are going to be okay. Saturday we had to go out. Sunday I realised that my food shop for Christmas was not going to be here because I'd stupidly booked the wrong week. I then had to go shopping, which is the one thing I hate. So there's me going around Tesco's with a frown on my face, trying to remember all the things I needed, because this year I cooked, but my parents hosted. So I had to go and listen to Slipknot really loudly to even be able to get through an hour in a supermarket. That wore me out. I then came back on the Sunday and put everything away and chilled for a bit, and something else happened that night and I got busy again. I kept forgetting things. I had to keep going out of the house. So I probably went out on the Sunday about three times. Monday came. I'd started cooking the night before. I was baking. I was prepping food. And on Monday afternoon, I said to the Griffin, I'm going over to Mum and Dad's now. I'm going to drop all the food off, all the presents off. It's done. Then tomorrow I can relax. And I didn't relax Christmas Eve either, because things had to get done. I had to go out again a couple of times because I'd forgotten to pick things. Oh, we had to go shopping, extra shopping for the kids. Ran out of wrapping paper. It just became, for me, chaotic. My days are normally planned down. I know what I'm doing. Every day I'm on leave, I know what I'm doing. And this year has just been chaos. Most people would think, oh, well, getting up and going out for a few presents at 10:30 in the morning and then coming back and then wrapping them, oh, that's not chaos, that's just Christmas. Yeah, until I had to go out twice. And then I had to go out a third time knowing that the shops were shut the next day. And then I had to panic because Christmas Day and Boxing Day, I was on call again. And then I've had a 4-day break where I've seen my best friend. I've been to London to an event. Yesterday I was literally meant to take the Griffin to work, pop over to my parents and pick something up, and come home and chill for the rest of the day until I had to go and pick the Griffin up. We were going to do a little bit of food shopping and I was going to cook. What actually happened was I got up at 6:15. I took him to work early. I then had to come back. Well, no, I didn't even do that. I come back from London 10:30 at night and went and charged the car because I didn't have enough charge to deal with the following morning. So I didn't get to bed till 1:15 in the morning on Monday because I came back and I put a load of washing on and I made his sandwiches and just couldn't settle because my brain was on the go. And then I get to Monday and suddenly remember the cats have got a nail appointment to have their monthly trim at 8:30 Monday morning. So I don't have time to shop. So I'm having to plan ahead of all these things I've got to do. So the last few days I feel like I've not stopped. I've then got tonight 5:30 I go back on call. Because yesterday's, okay, get up, take him to work, get the cats done, pop over to my parents, come back, relax for a bit, go charge the car while we go and shop became take him to work, get the cats done, go over to my parents. So I come back, put the laundry back on because I'd done another round of laundry. Go to my parents, didn't leave there till 3, then had to pick him straight up from work, then go shopping and charge the car. So I didn't settle till about 6 o'clock last night. So again, my downtime hasn't really happened the way I wanted it to. So I need to get back into routine. This is my down day as far as the Griffin's taken himself to work on his scooter, so I don't have to pick him up. What I do need to do is probably pick him up and pop into town and get my phone fixed, because the screen protector that they put on the flip phones has got an air bubble in it, and every time it opens and shuts it makes a noise and it's annoying me. If it didn't make a noise I could live with it, but no, it makes a hideous crunching noise, and I've got to go and get that sorted. So I'm going to go and do that today, because I go on call again tonight, and I'm then on call until the 9th of January in the overnight, and don't come off until 8 o'clock on the 10th, and then it's the Griffin's birthday and I've got the day off and we're going out for the day. So for the next 10 days I'm on the go, and it's not going to stop until the weekend, by which point I want to be back filming again. You see where my weekends are going. So I've not been on YouTube. That was a very long-winded way of telling you why I've not been on YouTube. Things have just taken over my weekends. So I was uploading on a Sunday and on a Wednesday, and my filming schedule was either to the night that the Griffin was out at band practice or I was doing one of a weekend, putting that up, or like my holiday ones, I was getting vlog after vlog after vlog after vlog done, and then I could relax for a bit. And I think what happened between that shift between July, August, getting the new car, and then going on holiday again at the end of September, I had a lot of medical appointments. I had this shift that I wasn't ill anymore and my condition was manageable and I was fine. And then they put me on new tablets, which I have explained. And it's taken me till now to get used to taking them, to yet again have to get used to the changes in my diet, to work out what foods I could and couldn't have. My morning coffee went out the window for weeks because caffeine was upsetting me. Now that's fine. Now, if I want to have a non-alcoholic drink, which I am allowed, I tend to go for lagers because they're lower in carbs. And then I went out for the work Christmas do, and I ended up... There's been a lot. And when I say it's a lot, for healthy Maxie, who didn't have a care in the world and just got on with life, and if she was tired, she got on with it. New Maxie can't do so much and is trying to get out of that headspace of, but I'm fine, I can do it. So I need to make a change, but I need to come back to YouTube. So I have a plan. She has bought another planner. I've literally been sat this morning filling in the bits, getting ready. Now, this is not an ad, but this is, and it's not sponsored before anyone says it, this cost me $15.99 off Amazon. I will put it in my Amazon web link. This is the Go Girl planner. And the reason I've got this one this time, again, it's undated, which means I could have started this in March. But this has things like dreams and goals. I'm not that type of person. I have got some general goals. I've got, which I'll talk you through. I have got 365 days, which I've actually started today. I've been a good girl and I started today, of morning and evening skincare, because that has also fallen by the wayside. So if I'm glowing this morning, it's because I've done my skincare. I want to lose 15 kilos in weight between now and January the 1st, 2026. My goal, mainly because I've still got big arms, I've still got a bit of a belly. I don't want to have to always wear shapewear to hide my belly, the bit that pokes out. How I'm going to do that, I don't know. Whether it's just going to be diet, more exercise, whether I'm going to go back swimming more regularly, I need to work out. I did want to lose 25 kilos, which is a lot. And no, it's too much. But I think 15 is doable. That's 2 kilos a month, roughly, just over. And I've already lost a bit this week. So who knows? And I will lose more in the summer than in the winter because I'm more active in the summer. Because the weather's nicer and I want to walk. I walk in the winter to keep warm, but my joints suffer. It's all part of the post-coma recovery. I may be 2.5 years awake, nearly. But, or just over, where is it, June? So yeah, just over 2.5 years awake. However, I've still got to remember it could take 5, 7, 20 years for my body to properly recover. It may never recover. I don't know. This could be as far as I ever get. But what I want to do is give myself the best chance of doing that by losing a bit more weight. I have, quite successfully, now managed to get into a non-stretch pair of size 18 trousers, which I'm really happy about because I still have really big thighs. And in general, tops down to about a 14, 16, even though this may not look it. I have an extra large Nirvana sweatshirt on today because it's my resting at home clothes. And a lot of my dresses are now in that lower 18, 16 range, which is great. I want to film 1 video a week, but I'm not going to pressurise myself to do it. If I don't do a video a week, I'm not going to feel like a failure anymore. I need to do what I can do when I can do it. I also need to sit and think about what type of videos I can do. So if you've got through the first 20 minutes of waffle and you've got this far, thank you. Let me know if you want more makeup videos. I'm not great at makeup, but I can do everyday kind of looks. Set me a makeup challenge. You know, you want me to use bright blue or I don't know. Set me a makeup challenge. Set me a topic you want me to talk about. Set me one of my goals. I don't know. Anything you want me to talk about, let me know. What I can't do are the big haul videos, which I will explain why soon. I am going to do a designer bag collection because that has been updated with a few newbies. I have one sat here and I have a newbie, which I can't show the brand, but here that I've not just got for Christmas. So I want to do those. Even down to my medical case now, which is a DKNY one. You know, how to do designer on a budget, I could be really good at because I don't pay full price for anything, ever. One bag in my lifetime I've paid full price for because I will not go into a store and go, I'm going to spend 4 figures plus on an item, unless it's a car. So don't think that I go out and spend all this money on luxury goods and pay full price. I know the tips and tricks. If you want to know, get below. Tell me. I've also got a goal to pay off 30% of my credit card debt this year, which isn't too unachievable. I've also got one catalogue account I want to pay off. Doesn't have that much left to do. I should have that done in a couple of months. So it's little mini goals financially I want to do. to get myself in a better position for next year. And I'm doing that by a low spend 2025. If I need it, if I need a new bra, shoes, rarely need new shoes, but if I needed a new pair of shoes, I will buy it. What I'm not going to do is go shopping with the bestie, and I'm not going to say I'm not going to buy anything this year, and I'm not going to say I'm not going to buy any more clothes this year. What I'm going to do is look at it and go, do I really need it? Am I buying it for the sake of buying something new and having that feeling of, look what I've bought, this makes me feel good? Or do I need it? Am I going to get a good cost per wear? Hopefully those of you watching my demographic know what cost per wear is, but for those who don't, if you had something that cost you £52 and you wore it one day a week for a whole year, that has cost you £1 per wear. If you wear it more than that, if you wore it twice a week for 52 weeks of the year at a £52 item, it's cost you 50p a year. Sorry, 50p per wear. If you wore it 4 times a week, maybe it's a coat, and you wear it the equivalent of 4 times a week throughout the year, it's 25p per wear. So I want things in my wardrobe that I know I'm going to wear a lot. Now, I have gone out and bought in the last few weeks new loungewear sets. Essentially, they're not sets, they're cleverly coordinated, let's put it that way. So I have bought 3 wide leg tracksuit bottom sets, one grey, one black, one brown, because that's all the colours I could get. And I've bought matching sweatshirts, one black, one brown and one grey, which just happens to be this Nirvana one. Those are, I have cuffed joggers on today, which are the ones with the elastic. And I know that I will not be able to sit down in these all day. If I'm going out, which I probably will later, they'll be fine. But when I come home, I'm going to have to put the wide leg ones on because the cuffs start to restrict my legs a little bit. I get uncomfortable, I lose circulation, I get cramp. And that is not something I can deal with anymore. I had horrendous cramp the other day and it took 3 days for my calf muscle to relax fully for me to be able to walk properly again. I can't deal with it. But what I'm doing is I'm getting rid of some of my pyjamas. So the ones that are good, I'll wash and donate. And the ones that aren't, they'll get used, whether they go to somebody who uses materials for recycling to get money, like the air ambulance, or some places have asked for clothing that can be used as rags for dog kennels or things like that. So it will get recycled in one way or another. I'm not going to chuck it into landfill. I'm not that type of person. And those are really all my goals for the year. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. I want to be in a better financial position by this time next year. I want to have lost some weight. I want to have remained out of hospital for a whole flipping year. If I get to April the 11th, 2025, I've done 1 year no hospital. That's the dream right now. That is where I want to be. No procedures, no hospitals, no general appointments, yes, but no hospital stays. I'm done with it. And that's it. So my skincare, my weight loss, my YouTube, pay off some debts, and be kind to myself a little bit and try not to spend for the sake of spending, which I don't think I'm that type of person anyway. However, I have gone out on a few days and just splurged and gone, do you know what? I haven't bought anything for 3 months. I'm going to go out today shopping and treat myself. But things like Vinted I need to curb. Things like just buying things because they're there and I like them at the time and they're not using them and passing them on is stopping this year. This has 1 year goals, my tactics for achieving them, spaces, and then 3 months. So you can do your 3 month goals on a mind map. kind of cool. I don't know how I'm going to use that yet. I might use it just to record different bits. I do have, what do I have in here? There was a bit about financial money spending. It might be at the back. My daily rituals, what I'm grateful for, affirmations. Again, not really me. But I do like the important dates section. I'm not going to show that too quickly. You know, birthdays. I've got 4 this month. Got 2 birthdays and mine and the Griffin's anniversary. In March, I got a birthday in May, 2 birthdays in June, 3 birthdays in September, including mine, and a wedding in October that I'm really looking forward to. Not mine, before anyone asks. Just saying. But then I've got the same bit, now excuse the Tipex, I've got the same as I had last year in my other journal, if you remember, that kind of helped but went by the wayside. And this is day by day, month planner, and I've already filled in all the dates right the way up to January 2026 with a new year. This is going to be my YouTube planner. I'm going to plan when I'm going to film, what I'm going to film, when it uploads, tick it off that it's uploaded. This is exactly what I did last year, and it was great because I wasn't repeating content. I could sit down in the beginning of the month and plan the next month or two's content, and I found it really helpful. But what this also now has is a private diary, and a cat attached. It has a week here, so I've got cat's appointments, collect my stuff from mum and dad's, when I'm going on call, important things going on call. I've got my 7 things that I'm going to hold myself to on a weekly basis. Morning skincare, healthy eating. This one, you lot are probably going to laugh at me, but for me this is a lot. I want to do every day 2,000 steps. Now I see YouTubers who go, oh, I do 30,000, 20,000, 25,000 steps. Good for you. I'm glad you can do that. On a daily basis, I have been upping my step count on my watch, my target, for the last year. And it started off at 1,000. Then it went to 1250, 1,500, and for the last 3 months of the year has been 1,750. One day, or most days, I'm hitting over 2,000. But there are days that I may only do 800 if I'm at home all day. So I want to make sure I get my steps in. If I'm at home all day, I'm going for a walk. It may only be to the shop and back, or down the road, cross over and come back up. But I'm going to try and do it. If I'm going out all day and I'm using my wheelchair, I will give myself an allowance, because a big day out for me, take the Griffin's birthday. That will be a big day out for me. We'll have to drive probably an hour, 2 hours to where we're going. I've then got all day walking around where we're going to be. I can't do that and then drive home again because my energy levels will go. So on days when I can't use my wheelchair, I'm not going to be angry with myself. I'm going to accept it and move on. But I'm going to up my daily step count to 2,000. Time away from tech. Every day, I'm going to spend 2 hours of a night just watching telly. Not on my phone watching telly. Not playing games on my phone watching telly. Not scrolling through social media whilst watching telly. Or I'm going to not watch telly and we're going to have a book night. Let's read a book. Let's not put the TV on. Let's put the fire on. Let's have some music in the background. Let's read a book. I want to spend time away from technology. Obviously, when I'm on call, it's a little bit different. I need to have my phone with me so as I can check for alerts, check for Teams, have my laptop. So it's not going to be an everyday, I am going to do this. It's going to be every day, if I can, I'm going to do this. I'm going to consciously not scroll through Instagram, even though I've just been scrolling on it for 20 minutes and then I've checked Facebook and then I've gone back to Instagram. I'm going to stop doing it and get some time away from tech and just be. And I'm hoping, sorry, I've got a bit of a sniffle, bear with me. I'm hoping it's going to make this year go just a little bit slower. Maybe, who knows? Starting today, this one's going to be very happy with this. We're going to do Cat Treat Tuesdays. We're going to do Cat Treat Tuesdays. They got more treats for Christmas. Those of you who have cats, if your cat's like Dreamies, yeah, Dreamies, you get some later. They have just released some new ones in chicken and tuna that are boosted with multivitamins, and they have cut the calorie count down. So if you're conscious about what you feed your animals, but you do like to give them treats, I recommend getting those. They love them. So we're going to do Cat Treat Tuesday, and every Tuesday, unless it's their birthday where they'll get treats anyway, they're going to get treats, because what happens is they sit in the cupboard and mum forgets to give them to them and they go off or they go out of date. They've got some in there that need to go in the bin now because they're 2 or 3 years out of date. They've just not used them. So we're going to do Cat Treat Tuesday. My nighttime skincare and a YouTube video. Those are my weekly trackers. And I can mark off here every tick every time I do them. So right now I can sit and mark, I have done my morning skincare today. Awesome. I've got a to-do list that I need to tick off. So the cat's mani-pedis, go and collect my mum and dad, contact mum and dad, don't need to do that, I spent yesterday with them, and sort the Griffins' birthday presents. And then I go on to next, stop it! The next week. And again, I'm still just filling this in. But you'll see I've put the dates and I've put my weekly tracker, and now I start on February. So today, other than go and put a chicken in the slow cooker in a minute and work on tonight's healthy eating, sorry I kicked the tripod again, I'm going to sit and chill, maybe put something on in the background, whether it's a fireplace scene or a bit of music, and I'm going to do my diary. And for me, that's my today's time away from technology. And I will do it because I've got 12 months to make sure I filled in properly and make sure I get my trackers right. So I'm hoping that this year is going to be better. I'm hoping I'm going to be back. But what I'm not going to do is feel bad. Sorry, I've got to... Bear with me one moment. Bear, can you get down, darling? Because Mama's leg is starting to go funny. Are we good? We're good. We're okay. Just don't move again. Sorry, I had to put my leg down. I'm not going to get angry with myself if I don't do something. If I miss a morning skincare, it's because of the way my brain works. I could put all the alarms on in the world. I put my tablets. I've got a new medicine box. So you may remember me having Batman and Wonder Woman pill boxes. I've now got this one. And this one is Saturday, Sunday, because my pills start on a Saturday, the way I do them, and on a Friday. And they've also got 3 sections, because now, when I first came home sick, I could take all my morning pills, apart from the 2 big ones. So I'd take those 2 out, take everything else, put those back in. They were my evening ones when I did my injection. Now I've got to take a 3rd lot of tablets. So trying to differentiate between my evening tiny white round pill and my morning tiny round pill at 6 o'clock in the morning is not a thing for me. So I've split them out and I've got these new ones, which is why I've got a new bag, because my other medicine bag wouldn't hold. Not my daily one. It doesn't fit. However, what it also means is I have 3 timers on my phone. Now my 6:30, 6:30, evening, morning, I am so used to, it's great. The 10 o'clock one, I forget, because what I do is, I'm not going to take it just now, I'll take it when I go to bed. And then I go to bed an hour later more tired and I forget. So I need to get better at doing that. So my checklist, nighttime skincare, I'm going to make sure I've done my meds as well. So I can set all the alarms in the world, I can have everything on my phone, but if I forget to look at it, this is a physical item I have to check off every night. It will make me do more. It will make me do my meds. It's simple. That's why I do it. I've got a planner on my tablet, which I still use. And that's a journal tablet and I can use that and it's great. But sometimes I just like a physical book to work through, and I can put stickers in it and I can do what I want with it. So that's what I'm going to do this afternoon. So 2024 has been, it was a great beginning. Bear, stop. It was a great beginning. Not such a great end. But I'm better. I'm better than I was. And I've gone through another shift of, I need to accept me for me and not get angry with myself when I can't do something, and say when I'm too tired and say no. And I kind of didn't want to be that person who has to do that anymore. So I tried not to be. And all it's done is kind of run me into the ground a little bit over the last 3 months, and that's why YouTube has not been a priority. I've wanted to, believe me, but things have happened, on-calls happened, work has happened, life has happened. There's been, my mum was, not so great earlier in the year, the Griffin's been ill, work has been not always doing as it should, that's been stressful. So I want to be kinder to myself this year. I want to make sure that the things I'm doing them for the right reasons, and I'm not doing them to make others happy and put pressure on myself to do that. I've always been that person. So yeah, Instagram's fallen by the wayside, Outfit the Day has fallen by the wayside. I have a full-time job. I can't plan my week around YouTube. I have to plan my week around my everyday life, and YouTube is a bit of a hobby. So am I still going for the 3,000 watch hours? Damn right I am. Will I achieve it in 2025? Probably not. Will I achieve it in 2026? I would like to think so. Am I going to do 2 videos a week and push myself to be that content creator? No. Am I going to aim to do 1 video a week? Yes. Will I achieve it? I don't know. We haven't got any big holidays this year coming up. We want to do a trip, but we're not going abroad this year. We want a break. We've done 3 abroad trips in 1 year, which is brilliant. Don't get me wrong, it was amazing and I loved it. But the stress it puts on me, my wheelchair getting broken, we can do other things. The money it costs to get the cats looked after if nobody's available, the stress it puts on them. They're getting older. I want to make sure I'm around with them more this year. So we're not doing a trip abroad. So I won't have that content this year. I will have some vlogs. The bestie is going to come on a bit more with certain things. We're going to try and get our podcast up this year. We were going to try and do it for January, but it's fallen by the wayside again. Life, she's had a change of job. There's been a lot going on. So, again, if you've got any topics on podcasts, we might be doing some Am I the Arsehole? We might be doing some, advice. Won't be really be about us, but advice. Or celeb drama, if there's some going on, we might get a bit involved in that. You know, just these bits and pieces. We were thinking of doing some possibly reaction videos to some god-awful reality TV shows that some people love and we've never watched. You know, things like Love Island or First Dates or whatever. All these things that everyone else craves over and we're like, nah, it's fine, we're not going to watch that. So we might. We don't know. We don't know where we're taking it yet. It's very much in its still early planning days. But there's some social media out there for it already. So we'll be working through that. What else? That's about it, really. I think I've waffled enough. But whenever you watch this, I hope you have a wonderful New Year. However you celebrate. We don't go out. That's why I'm on call. We'll watch the fireworks and go to bed after they've been on TV and bedtime. But however you celebrate, even if you don't celebrate New Year, I hope that the next 365 days forthcoming are better than the last. And if you've had an amazing 2024, I hope that it continues for you. I really do. I wish you happiness, stability, good health. And whatever you do in the coming year, be kind to yourself. Don't do what I'm doing. Look after you. Let everyone else worry about themselves. And don't put yourself out too much for other people. Because I put myself out way too much. And it's the year of the no for me. I'm not going to keep doing it. I'm not going to get other people who should know better out of a hole by going, I'll do that for you. I'm going to say, well, that's your job to do. You do it. But I'm not going to go for a selfish year. So I'm not saying, you know, be self-centred and be selfish. Always be kind to fellow man. But make sure you are looking after you and you're doing what benefits you. Drop those toxic relationships. Drop toxic family members if you have to. Do what you need to do for your inner peace. And I'm going to leave it there with a goodbye from me and a goodbye from this little furry one who's going to have lots of cuddles this new year because Mama's going to be home all year. Apart from when she's over at Auntie Shan's, Mama's going to be here. We're not going to go away. We're not leaving you this year. We love you very much. And have a wonderful new year. Celebrate in your way and have a wonderful 2025. And hopefully you will see this face in a week. Maybe. I don't even know what day I'm going to be uploading. I will probably go back to Sunday uploads. So I will try and get another one up when I can. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But until then, take care. And as always, I love you loads.